Alright, hello everyone, I'm MVL and once again we are making some shelves, to be exact, the main talk wide, the main bookcase, the whatever it's called, we're making it. It is main range, it is tall, it is wide I guess. I previously just made an extra deep version of this bookcase, which is probably why I'm struggling on the name. Between streams. I also made a CD tower between streams as well. So we will be working on that. I will have to grab my scissors to open up the package. This is the last package and I must adjust the webcam as well. So let's get doing this. Hey Jesse McNeil, how you doing my friend? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you my friend. And Dead Insight, what's up buddy? Good to see you as well. Yes, it is the main tall, wide bookcase that we're making. I have previously made an extra deep one for my D&D books, and I made a CD tower as well. Although I wasn't impressed with the CD tower because it only had 10 compartments rather than 12 CD compartments like an IKEA one would have, and it also could only fit 6 compartments for DVDs. I showed it off previously in one of the other shelf making streams. Hey, I hope you're doing alright, my friend Insight. I haven't got a lot going on in the game room right now, but once we make these shelves, I promise you guys, this will be the last shelf making stream. Love it or hate it, because after I have made this, we will be going to regular gaming content, game room done or not. So I should have enough of my stuff over from previous game room for the next stream, so that we can make some regular gaming streams, even if everything's not there. So I hope you guys are doing all right. I've got one more shelf to make. I've become very fast at these. In fact, I made the bookcase I made between streams. I made that very fast. I think I made it in under an hour. So we will see how long this takes. It only took me like an hour and a half to make the last one, and that was with a mistake. I think it was less than that as well. Doing great, Jesse. That's good to hear, my friend. Glad you're doing well. Yes, let's open this up. I actually think I have it upside down to begin with, so I can turn it around so that I can open it. So there's that. Alright, what a thud. What a thud. Alright, I got my scissors. I only really need scissors to open up the bookcase to begin with, and then to get the little screws and stuff out. But we were going for a big screw job on this, so we'll open this up. Very easy to get these things open. You could probably do it without scissors, but it certainly helps. It certainly helps get it open that way. And especially after making the wide bookcase, this is going to be fairly easy, I think. Alright, so let's get the pieces in place that we need to assemble this. We have one of the sideboards right here. This is the left sideboard. I can tell because of where the holes are placed and where the finished side is. So this is the left side. So I'll put that aside. And we have a fixed shelf. There's the instructions. Shan't be needing those. We have the bottom place here, which is clear because it is unfinished. Hey Bunny, how you doing my friend? Welcome to the stream. I promise this will be the last shelf making stream, and then I'll be doing regular content again, because I'll have enough shelves at the end of this stream to fill them between streams or reposition them. This is not where these will be going. I think I'll be moving them up along the room. Plus I've got to get my old shelves in as well. or at least most of my old shelves in, and then we should be good to go. I have some systems over already, so it's just a case of figuring out where I'm putting my screens. I have a screen for my new computer coming as well. Ordering the new computer soon as well. Hopefully we'll have the new computer, and I'm hoping to have it set up by the time we stream next as well, so you won't get as much noise coming in from the microphone, because the microphone's good, but my computer makes a lot of noise. Alright, this is a regular shelf. And this is a fixed shelf. So that's both of the fixed shelves. And this is a regular shelf. I don't know why I'm checking. These will all be regular shelves past this point. So this is a regular shelf. And the other one is a regular shelf as well. How you doing, by the way, buddy? Yeah, regular shelf. And we have two backboards, one bigger than the other. I can tell from the stickers on the back where they go, because the one with the bigger sticker goes on top, and they have text on them, so I put them the right way up, even though that wouldn't matter. But I can tell by that where they go. And then I just have the box of screws and stuff, as well as the front part and the bottom. And the right hand side. Yes, assuming that the unfinished piece is at the bottom here, which it is not. And this will be this way up. So there's that. And my screws have fallen out. Talk about having a screw loose. And I won't need the box anymore either. So discard that. Okay. Now I'm not going to bother double checking. What's in here, because aside from one time where they didn't give me an extra screw, an extra nail I should say, every other time I have had exactly what I need in this. So I'm just going to assume it is correct. Even though the saying is, if you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. But you know. Good ass. So I'm just going to get everything out, including these little washer things. Little plastic things, I should say, that go on the end of the shelf attachments. Again, I'm not going to use these screw covers. I don't really care about having the screws visible or not. It doesn't bother me. I'm just going to pile everything out. I think I might at least pile it into the correct piles, but I won't. Hey, Godzilla Gorilla, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you hitting the like. I'm doing alright. We're making a shelf. Should be the last of the shelves to be made. I'm not going to need these wall plugs. None of these are needed to be plugged into the wall. I don't think there's any chance of them tipping. Unless you really tug on them, it should be fine. Although it does recommend you do. There's the wall plugs as well. There should be two little screws I won't use because they're for the wall mounting. You're still moving too? Ah, nice. Yeah, it's definitely a stressful experience, but when it's done, we should have a better game room out of it, for sure. And then there'll be two slightly smaller screws. Again, these ones go into the wall. I won't need them as well. Everything else, I'm pretty sure I need. So everything else in this bag I won't be using. I will be directly using these 4 brackets. So I will put them aside. I won't need the scissors again. I might as well just put everything into its piles. Can't wait to get a new place. Nice. It's certainly good to like have more room as well. For sure, especially with the game room spaces and stuff like that. You just end up piling up. And then sometimes putting stuff on the ground, like games on the ground, I ended up doing as well. So we have these as well, the shelf attachments. They're going to go aside. And then I'll put the big screws aside. I need all of the big screws. Talk about a big screw, there you go. Those shelves fit perfectly over there. They do. I'm probably going to move them up the room. That's because that's where my screens are. But I haven't quite figured out exactly where everything's going yet. I still need to move over most of my shelves from the old place. I do like these shelves because they're easy to assemble and they're cheap. Biggest part is that they're very cheap. They're only £35 a piece. But I have been looking at more appropriate for gaming content shelves, but they are a lot more expensive. But yes, we'll have to look at that. Also, I have these little screws here. I will be using all of these little screws. And then I have the nails. I will be using, in theory, all but one of these nails. You're doing shelving too? Yeah. So I think I probably will. I probably will at some point upgrade my shelves to better ones. But I'm not super bothered about it right now in the early stages of the game room. Even so, I will probably still use these cheap game shelves. Cheap bookcases, I should say, because they're not really designed for games. Elsewhere, even if I do replace them with better shelves. Because the only thing I don't like about these shelves is they only fit 6 shelf compartments, when at that height, you could definitely do 8. The Mall of America and IKEA, they have so much cool shelves and storage today. Yeah. See, I think the best bet for myself was either Homebase or Argos. They pretty much do the same shelves. Argos was the easiest option because they did delivery, or eBay. But for the price, these are the absolute cheapest and biggest I could find over in the UK. So that was basically my best option for this point. There's the nails. But I will probably be getting ones I've seen on eBay that fit 8 compartments going up. I'll actually need to measure if I have enough space for them, but I probably will be getting them. I probably will, because they do seem like a good idea, but I don't know when. I will need to expand the game room at some point, because these will only fit about 300 DVDs a piece, whereas the ones I'm looking at will fit 500 because of those extra compartments. Anyway, let's go ahead and start putting this together. So I'm going to need 4 of these little screws right here. These little screws. And a screwdriver. And I'm going to start assembling this bad boy. Getting all new shelving. Yeah. It's definitely... Deals is one thing in mind I wanted to keep. The only thing I didn't like is I got a CD tower from Argos and it was not as good as the IKEA ones, and the IKEA ones are the same price. So that was the only thing I didn't like. But other than that, these Argos ones, the shelves, that is, the big shelves, not the CD shelves, the CD towers, the big ones. These are almost exactly the same as the IKEA ones, except they don't have a cutout at the back for like the wooden board at the bottom of your walls. But actually, I kind of like that because that wooden board is very thin in this place, so it's not a big deal. And they're allowed to lean back perfectly fine. There's no chance of these things, there's no chance. I'm tugging pretty hard there, it's not going anywhere. Hey Slayer, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. What's up, buddy? This will be my last assembly stream before we get back to regular content. The game room, by hook or by crook or by some means, will be at a streamable state by the next time we see each other. I hope, my friends. Doing good? That's good to hear, my friend. I'm actually going to go grab a piece of kitchen towel real quick to clean off these dirty shelves, because I think it's easier to do this as I go, because they're so dirty. I hope it goes up easier than I think. I think it shall be. I think this shall be easier than last time. I made a bunch of these by now. 3 previously, plus a CD tower and a wide bookcase between streams. So I think I have it down to a T. So I should be good with this. If not, then panic. So, alright. let's put this in place, and I will be screwing this on. Now this particular part, on the last one, hey Chauncey, how you doing buddy? Welcome to the stream. I'm making some shelves for the new game room on this stream, but after this I will definitely by some means be back to regular content. I almost forgot the brackets, silly me. There's the brackets. Alright, so this will be very simple because these holes line up as it happens. Otherwise it doesn't happen. How you doing, Chansey? Good to see you, my friend. So this should be pretty simple on this side. Just going to put these brackets in with, you know, I only grabbed 4 screws. I need 8 screws. I need all of the little screws. So I will do one side and then I'll do the other side. So mad about IKEA. Nothing's available. Oh yeah. Like some of the stuff I was grabbing, I had to wait a little while for it. Alright, let's screw this in there. I'm going to do these like fairly loose. And then I will do the other side. Well, setting up a new game room for sure. It's nice to like, I still need to figure out a lot of where stuff is going. My webcam does not like it when I face away from the camera, so it goes out of focus. I apologize for that. But really, this is a very unusual setup. I never in the world thought I would be streaming setting up shelves, but it's stream setting up shelves, or it's don't stream at the moment because the game room's not set up. However, I do hope you guys enjoy hanging out with me in this capacity. I certainly enjoy hanging out with you guys. Making these shelves. It's actually for myself, it's a lot more fun to do this live than it is to do it without anyone there. Even though, you know, I do get a little distracted like this, it still makes it a much more fun experience to put together shelves and have a chit chat on at the same time, for sure. Alright, put this in there. I haven't really tightened these up. I'm going to tighten them up as I get everything in place. That's looking pretty good. That. Alright, I've got to bear in mind that this is that these brackets are made of plastic. I don't want to break them by over screwing it. That would be a crazy screw job. Alright, it's looking good. The screwdriver part, I think, is probably the most laborious part of this. But once we have that down, we should be looking good. It's going in nice and easy right now. Alright. Just one more screw on this section and then I'm going to tighten them up. And then we can put the sides together. And I must remember to put this part in the right way round this time. Save myself some time versus when I screwed it up previously. Get it? Screw it up because I'm using screws. Alright, so those are mostly in. I think, yes, I'm going to tighten the bottom. Not too tight though. Still want to be able to not break this. That looks pretty good to me. Not going to bother me too much if you can see any of the wood through it. I almost think I'm so punny. Indeed. I almost think it might have been better to get wood coloured shelving, because then if you make any mistakes, it doesn't really matter, because if you get a screw go through one side, you're not going to be able to tell. That's as good as that one's going, apparently. Alright, turn this around. Okay. Yeah, I almost think it would have been good to get wood-colored shelving, because, like, I didn't want to get white because they showed up marks a lot more. I thought black might be a little better. I certainly, you know, you can tell by the way I dress. I like the color black more, but I think the wood-colored ones, because if you make any blemishes or like get a nail going through whilst making a wood-colored one, you're not going to notice it at all. Whereas with the I'm not sure what's going on with this screw. Whoa, there's so much sawdust in there. Oh, I think I must have missed the hole or something. Alright. Right, yeah, that one's just not going in. Interesting. Is it still stable enough with that there? There was going to be one I botched on, right? So this one has decided to like unthread the pre-drilled hole. So that's not getting any tighter than that. Is that going to be okay? I mean, it's kind of just gonna have to be, because I can't really do it again. So I'm just trying to blow out all of the sawdust. You're watching me give it a good blow now. There you go. Alright, so yeah, it's just gonna have to sort of go in there. Alright, so that is, I mean, it's in there, it's just very not tight because it's been unthreaded. So I guess I'm just gonna have to hope that's enough. Leave it like that. Still feels kind of solid. We're gonna have to go with that. Okay. Well, we made a botch. Well, I mean, I didn't really make a botch. I screwed it in, and it's just the wood is too cheap. Oh well. Let's hope it's still stable. There's one screw out of the is that the bottom part? Yeah. So like one of the screws from this part, where the pre-drilled hole was, it's kind of like gone unthreaded. If I had the gumption, I guess I could just take that part out, the bracket that is, and move it slightly aside, and then just go where there aren't pre-drilled holes. Because the hole space, it's a big old hole now. It's kind of, you know, where it was is too wide. So the screw, the screw's in there. It's just I can't tighten it any more than sort of loosely. But it doesn't seem like it's affected this at all, because there's still 3 screws out of 4 on that side, and then 4 screws on the other side. And there's not, other than moving that bracket along to a different place, not a lot I can do about it. So I'm just gonna accept that happened, and it should be fine. I've got one of the it's either IKEA or Homebase. I've got one of those ones in the white shelving that I had in the old game room, and one of the entire bottom corners of that was slightly broken, and it still stood up. So I think it'll be fine. Alright, so clean this side up. dirty shelving. This is the other way around to what I have it right now. So I'm just making sure I give it a good clean before I put it together. Even though it still felt like it needed a clean after I put it together last time. Alright. So last time, or I should say every time since, I have done the bottom part on the left, and it's made it a bit easier. So I'll do that, do this bit first. It's been a little easier this way. So, it still feels very solid, even though that screw can't be tightened, which is annoying, but you know, I can't do anything about it. Alright, so yes, this side will go in this way, and going the other way. Alright, let's get those big screws now. Gonna need a million of these things. The bookcase had instead of 2 screw holes in the boards, it had 3. So it had a dowel in the middle and then 2 screws. And I wish they'd done that with these things. Not only would it have made it more stable, but it would have also made it really easy to put together, because you get the dowels in the middle and then slot these things together, and then it was so much easier to find the screw holes that way. Alright, that looks like it's lining up. Okay, I'm just going to screw this one in, and I'll do the other side. I end up doing the bottom first. Once it's in, it feels easier to get everything else in. Plus, the screws are the most taxing part, I feel, in the assembly. There we go. Right, that looks pretty good. You're pretty good. Yo, Digicon, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Big Game, how you doing, buddy? Game room looking good. We're getting there. This will be the last shelf assembly stream. Then I'll be getting back to regular content. I appreciate you guys bearing with me as well while I'll be doing these very unusual streams. I never thought I would be streaming content like this, but the shelves need to get done. So there's that. Alright, let's do this side now. I think it's easy to do it like this. I could be wrong. I think the instructions wanted you to do both sides at the same time. That seems a little difficult for a one-man job. Alright, is that lined up? It is just about lined up. It's acceptable. Alright, I'm going to put these in there. That's why I bought my shelves. Yes, I got them from Argos. These are the main tall wide bookcases. They're like £35 each, and they're relatively easy to put together. I mean, strangely enough, these streams are almost a bit of a tutorial, although, you know, definitely follow the instructions and don't do what I've done. I threaded one of the screws a minute ago, so I'm down one screw on the bottom piece, but it should be fine. Alright, this is looking good on this side. Yeah, they're from Argos, they're really cheap. Like 35 each. Like, so I managed to get like 3 or 4 of these for the price of one of the high capacity ones I have been looking at, but I will be upgrading at some point just to make better use of space. To make better use of space, I will be upgrading at some point. But I'll still use these shelves probably in the other room where I currently have all the games on the floor until I make these shelves and some other shelves. Realistically, I do need more shelves, but I am taking over most of the ones from the previous game room. So we shall see. I'm not sure exactly what shelves you'll see behind me. Maybe these ones when it comes to having a complete setup done. I also ordered my monitor. They look great. Yeah, they should. I mean, they look. I like the uniform look when they're together as well. I ordered a monitor recently for my new PC. I'm not sure when that's going to arrive. Who knows? It could arrive during the stream. We shall see. Alright, let's put one of the fixed boards in place now. I'm nearly done with the screwing, which is the bit I find the most taxing. Maybe I should put the middle in and then the top. Maybe. Use this as the top. Yeah, okay. Some of these have been a bit dirty. I'm going to put the top in first. Alright. Looking relatively good. Grab the big old screws. Yeah, that's gone into place. Okay, let's screw this guy together. So this will be the last shelf making stream. For those who are interested, fans of the shelf making stream perhaps. I will be back to regular streaming content after. So back to my regular streams of video games, as was intended. Certainly gives your hand a good workout. Gotta hand it to them, but then just one hand, like other activities may, such as using a Wiimote, is where I was going with that. Alright. You get good looks at my bald spot, right guys? You get good looks at my bald spot. I know you enjoy it. Alright, 2 more on the other side. I do like being done with the screws quickly. There we go. And this looks like it's put together very easily. I haven't put anything in upside down, which is a good start. I've done that on 2 of them previously. So that helps. Don't put stuff in upside down. Alright, looking good. We are getting there. Still mad about one of these screws getting threaded, but what are you going to do? It went through the screw hole as well. I think I must have done it too tight. Man, I'm so careless with my screwing around. It's still in there now, it's just quite loose. But I digress. Can't really do anything about it. Alright, just 4 more screws to do on this. And then we can get to the nailing. Nailed it! Alright. The last fixed board will go into place. The hammering everyone enjoys, right? They love to see me get hammered, I mean do hammering. This will go straight in the middle. It's very obvious where the holes are. Sometimes, if I can't line up the holes, I'll use the flashlight on my camera to do it. But since I've made a couple of these now, I think I'm a little better at lining them up than I was previously. There we go, I'll get the nails in first. I mean the screws in first and then tighten them up. It's going in there. That's some frantic and fast screwing. I've got to be careful not to screw up, because I keep missing my thingy here. Alright, that looks acceptable. We'll put the other one in. As above, so below, they said in Uncharted. Or as was, it reminds me from Uncharted, I should say. Is in there. Alright, 2 more screws. Take this from the other side. We're doing it from both ends, guys. Doing it from both sides. Okay. So this is actually, we're actually nearly done. Like I've gotten even talking and chatting through this, I've gotten a lot faster doing this. Don't intend to make any more anytime soon, but I will probably have to, because I will be making more game shelves. I think I'm going to set the game room up, get the other shelves in, and then figure out where I can fit more shelves in. I do need more shelves for the other room as well. But then that's kind of what I'm thinking is, like, if I do upgrade these shelves, I'll take these shelves over to the other room. The other room is where I'm thinking of putting, like, maybe the PC games, but also perhaps collecting action figures and perhaps collecting, like, comic books as I have done before. And seeing if I have space for that, that would be good. I think a lot of my comic books might have just disappeared though. I certainly couldn't find many of my 2000 ADs. I found most of my Marvel comics. I should have collected Marvel and DC, but I think I only collected Marvel because like Marvel had like several comic books going at the time, like the Amazing Spider-Man, Essential X-Men, and then they did the Wolverine, and there was Fantastic Four, Apocalypse. They did a lot of comics at once, and they all costed, individual price for, your weekly or monthly subscriptions. I think 2000 AD was weekly. I think the Marvel comics were monthly, but like I mentioned, there were several. Adding DC on top of that was a bit much, but I wish I'd done it, because there were lots of good comic books. Now, I haven't collected comic books in a while. I would like to do that again. Same with action figures. I used to be really into Star Wars action figures, wrestling action figures, and if I could find them, Star Trek action figures, but I rarely found them. And Doctor Who, of course, reminiscent from Dapol, which used to make them, till Doctor Who got its revival, and then the BBC itself took over that, and I took it away from Dapol. Alright, so that's the last of the screwdriver. Thank goodness for that. We're going to put on the back plates with the nails. I should be able to tell very easily which side which part goes on. Easy peasy. Because I've been using the stickers as a guide, rather than, I think it's the small one on top and the big one on the bottom, big bottom. But the stickers on the back have been my main indication. Yes, so where the big sticker is on this one, I have that text side up, even though I'm pretty sure that doesn't matter. That tells me this is the top, or I should say the small one. So I know that that is the top. And then the other one will be, by process of elimination, the bottom. It wouldn't fit the other way around anyway, so it's got to be that way round. Alright. So I can tell again by the sticker which way round this would go, even though I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. I hate that these boards are held together by tape. The bookcase had fewer boards. Actually, no, it probably had the same amount of boards. It was bigger, so it looks like it was fewer. Should correct myself there. But it might have had fewer, I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure they could have done this with fewer boards. I guess they just made them smaller for packaging purposes. But those have lined up pretty well. Okay, let's nail this one in there. I'm going to do the corners first of each of them. So 4 corners. And then since there's 5 on the top, both of the middle sections and the bottom, that'll be 3 extra for each of them. And then it'll be 6 extra for the top nails and 7 extra for the bottom. I really do feel like they went overboard with the nails, but it's not so bad. Put them in, but it's fine. There you go. Now, assuming the bottom is strong, because I screwed up one of the nails. Okay, it's screwed up. I made that joke already. Assuming that's all good, we should be done pretty good. It should be pretty stable. Alright, other side. Alright, only a couple more of these screws to go in. I say that for the corners. Lots more screws. Okay, so fine. Main thing you've got to be careful about here is splitting one of these screws through the center shelf. I've avoided doing badly. If you do, you can pull it out. You can even use the other side of your hammer to do that. Honestly, you can kind of just get these out with your fingers anyway, because the wood's pretty easy. Right. Alright, that's all 4 corners. So now I will do the top and the bottom. Extra screws. Camera's gone way out of focus. I'm over here, camera. Hey. There you go. Camera. Don't freak out, camera. We haven't changed dimension. I'm right here. Well, speaking of shelves looking great, that does not look great. Camera, stop freaking out. Alright, gonna go to the other webcam. Try and let the other camera stop freaking out. Then maybe it'll refocus. Yes, so camera's freaking out because we're going so freaking fast. Did I just misplace a nail? Shouldn't be a big deal because I have extras. Yes, so 3 extra nails on the top. And on the middle we will need 6 because 3 and 3. And then on the bottom we will need an additional 3 as well, but I'll do those last. Alright, see if the other webcam has stopped misbehaving. Hello other webcam. There we go, okay, autofocused. I mean you kind of need the autofocus on because I'm moving around a lot, but you know, kind of does what it wants to do. Let's put these in place. All right. Yeah, I'm almost certain now, thinking about it, that the big bookcase had 3 large boards as opposed to 4 small boards, because you nailed in the center on that one, and then 2 sides. It felt a little bit more natural than the placement of the nails on the top and bottom on this one. Might have dropped a screw a minute ago. I found a screw on my carpet earlier, between streams. A nail, I should say. But it doesn't matter. You get an extra screw, and I've had extra screws in previous kits, so I'm not down any screws anyway. We're not going to get screwed over, at least by the nails. Alright, going good, going well I should say. Alright, and then it's just going to be 3 more of these on the bottom. And then speaking of kind of like unnatural placements, it is 6 on the top and 7 on the bottom on each side. Where the 7 is, it kind of fits much more naturally because I can go in the middle of here, and then in the middle between that and the next screw on the top of the section, and then the same side, and then between screws again. Whereas I sort of have to like sort of measure it by hand with my fingers. To fit the 6 screws in, because they even though they obviously space evenly, it's not in the middle like it would be. I mean, you kind of could, but I'm a little bit pedantic about it. Even though I have given up making sure that the nails are in exactly the same place on each one. Otherwise, it'd be all day. And we've been getting faster at it, so that certainly isn't going to be the case. Alright, so as far as the nails go, we just have to do the sides now to D-side. So it is 6 on the top. And I made the mistake on one of them, putting these in the middle, but these ones there's 6 of them, 8 in total if you count the top and bottom. I sort of just like use this sort of measurement, and I go from there and just eye it up. They're supposed to be evenly spaced, but whilst I could get a tape measure and do it that way, I'm not super fussed about it. Alright, very close. Alright, 2 more on this side. And 1 more in the middle here. See, I've done these not far enough apart, so I'm having to make some large gaps between some of these, but it's not a big deal. Alright, I will do the other side as well. Might as well do it right now. That's 6. Then we just have the bottoms here, which I think is easier. Like the handyman. What else do I like to handle? Oh, matron. As they would say in Carry On. We're having a right Carry On. Now, the Carry On movies had a lot of wordplay in them. Hence the misconstrued words of matron, the character in the Carry On. Several of the Carry Ons in that setting that use those characters. It was a right Carry On. Hey Wolf, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. This is the last. This should be the last shelf making stream. And then I will be back to doing regular content. At least I hope to have everything I need in the game room sorted out. They're in to stream afterwards. How are you doing, Wolf, by the way, my friend? Alright, there's that one. And 1 more. Playing the FF7 remake. That's a great game. I would have, if it wasn't for the copyright on the music, I would have really liked to have done that. I'm not discounting it completely. I may do what I did with other game series and then just screw it and do it anyway. Because I just really do want to do it. Carry On movies. A massive VHS collection of them. Nice. Yeah, they did several with the same characters because that was one of their more popular settings. The Carry On Matron and that series. You know, that was very good. I really liked some of the other ones they did, like Carry On Screaming. Especially as I had the 3rd actor of Doctor Who in it as well. I'm a big fan of that. And I like the horror setting as well. I wish they'd done another horror one. There's so much material in there. Love that. You love the original? Yeah, I've actually just recently gone back and started playing the original to refresh my memory on it. And you know, it's such a good game. It's such a good game. I enjoy it so much. But yeah, Final Fantasy 7. So I should have another 7 here. Yes. So either they didn't give me an extra nail, or I dropped one when I thought I dropped one. So I might have a nail on the floor somewhere. But it doesn't really matter. This tape's not actually in my foot already. No, that's just a piece of wood. Okay. Let's get these ones in. These ones are much easier. Got it on your PSP. Nice. Yeah, FF7, nowadays FF7 is available through so many ways. You've got your PlayStation Classic Mini, which is I would say, almost worth it for just FF7, but certainly I have been thinking about with the PlayStation Classic Mini, finding ways to make more use out of that. I've also got the game on the Switch. They did a 2-pack collection with FF7 and the FF8 remaster. That's a 2-game cartridge. I've got that from PlayAsia. FF9's been re-released recently as well. Plus you can get them on Steam and whatnot as well, but I like the physical versions. I've got them on the original PlayStation 1, of course. But often the HD ones might be easier to stream. And these ones I find it easier to go in the middle and then in the middle again. I can see the edge of the wood is burned a little bit from when I put the screws in a little too close to the side, but it's not a big deal. And nails again. I keep saying nails, I mean screws. Gonna get the PlayStation Plus version. Nice. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of ways to play them on your modern systems now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. There we go. Alright, so, and then these ones are just placed in the middle. These ones are very easy to measure. We're going to get the English version on the PlayStation Mini. Yeah. For sure, it's also... Is it also the PAL version as well? I can't remember. I do remember I did a review of the PlayStation Mini, and the speed the game played at was different from my actual disc, so I was wondering about that. But I did it again. The remake is on PS Plus next month. Well, I mean, the free with PlayStation Plus gimmick is a bit of a misdemeanor because it is technically free if you have PlayStation Plus, but then it's not free because you have to have PlayStation Plus. I myself, I don't do any, hey Mike Loves Gaming, how you doing my friend, welcome to the stream. I myself, I don't do any online gaming, so PlayStation Plus doesn't really have much use for me, but it is cool if you have it, you get stuff. Alright, one of these nails I have made a little bit of a meal of. So maybe I should get that out there and do it again. Trying to use my nails. Guess I'll just fix it at another point. Alright, I'll fix that later. Some of the other nails I made a bit of a meal of as well. Works out cheaper to get the PlayStation Plus. You buy a yearly a subscription to it for sure. Alright, now just do this side. 7. Yes, so either I didn't get an extra nail. One of the kits I didn't get an extra nail with, which was fine. Or I dropped one. I think I dropped one. Now on some of the other ones, I did make a bit of a meal on. It's only 60 Hz. So that'll be an NTSC version. Yeah, because I did when I did my review of the PlayStation Classic, I compared footage between them, and the PlayStation Classic one ran faster than my original disc, but I have a PAL disc. It just was a bit weird to me. I think we're making very good time on this shelf unit. There's 3, yes. It would have been nice if they let you, shelves are looking good. Yeah, they're getting there, Mike, for sure. It would have been nice if they let you choose the region you wanted. That's one of the things I like about my Retro Freak. I can choose whichever region I want on that thing. That's all of the screws. Should I bother getting this one I messed up a little bit out? Doing it again. Trying to get my nails under it, but I got it in very tight. I don't think you really notice, but I think I want to do it again. Although I think I'm going to have to come back to this later because it's been a bit awkward to pull out. That's fine. Alright, well, I will do that bit again later. Other than that, it's pretty good. So now we just need to stand it up. It's definitely leaning backwards. In fact, this is the only one I've had that is leaning backwards without me holding it. So that's a thing. But that's actually fine because I'm leaning them against the walls anyway. So I'd rather it be leaning backwards than it be leaning forwards. Alright, so it's not leaning forwards if I pull on it. So that's fine. Alright, these will certainly need to be repositioned at some point, but that's not moving off the wall as it is. So that is perfectly fine. Hey, Sean, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so that's up. And we did that in just about an hour, especially considering I've been talking through as well. The last thing I need to do is to assemble these inserts for the shelves themselves. I will also, like I did with the other shelves actually, some of the nails, when I looked at it more closely, I hadn't put in quite right. And then, oh look, here's the extra nail. Good, I got that off the carpet. Alright. I knew I'd dropped one somewhere. Pretty good, Sean, that's good to hear, my friend. Yes, we're going to do these now. The other shelves I did on some of them, admittedly, to tell the truth, I did get some of the nails wrong, and then I saw it afterwards and I pulled them out. I actually just got my nails under the back of them, pulled them out because the wood's so soft that they're easy to pull out. We're just going to put these together with the little plastic bits, put them on top of them, and I should have the right amount of these. And then we can put the shelves on, and then we're done, guys. And then next week, I will be back to regular streams, regular gaming streams that is, of some kind. And you will see the game room to some stage of completion. Hey Bunny, welcome. And yes, I'm not exactly sure where everything's going yet. It will definitely be moved along. Some stuff is going to get moved as we go, for sure. And hopefully there'll be a new computer, so the noise my current computer is making won't be an issue, hopefully. There we go, just putting these together. And if you're looking for some more gaming content, tomorrow, any pickups videos coming to? Perfect, just as planned, because I was just about to mention, tomorrow on the 1st, I will be posting my video game pickups for that month. So for the month of March, admittedly the video game pickups are more for the month rather than games I picked up on the month, to be completely honest, because I have been filming them ahead of time to make sure that I can complete them. So there's that. So that gaming pickup video will be out on the 1st, on Monday at some point. My new internet is actually a lot better here. So like my old internet was something like 75 on the download, I think. And my new internet is like 150. So definitely, I'm not seeing any like dropped frames or whatever. So we seem to be doing well. I don't want to jinx it as well. As I put these together. So there shouldn't be any issue uploading that. That's pretty cool. And yes, that video will be out on the 1st. And it will include gameplay footage for every single game picked up. The only difference is it's not filmed in the old game room. It's actually filmed in the old living room because the game room was in no state to film at during the time. So it's filmed in my living room, or the old living room, I should say. And but there's still gameplay footage included for every single game picked up in that video. So I still have gameplay footage for everything in there. There's a lot of cool stuff in that video. And it was a lot of fun to do. And I am still working on my next my next pickup video. Plus, on Monday as well, if you are a Patreon or supporter or YouTube channel member, you will have access to the next exclusive Let's Play, which will be Contra, the arcade version. That's thanks to Trevor as well, who hooked me up with the collection. I believe that will be what it is. But I filmed a bunch of them ahead of time, so that will be in the old game room. And for sure, my friends, that is coming. So, with that in mind, I have these all ready, and I have 4 shelves to put into place. So let's do that. So actually adjust the angle here a little bit. There you go. All right. So I'm just going to put these exactly where I put them on the last one. On the spacing, I may change the spacing as well on these to be honest. But this is where they fit. All right, it's looking good. Getting the shelves in themselves shouldn't be much of an issue now that we're on the home stretch. So to speak, these pre-drilled holes here make it very easy to do this. I think if you wanted to, you could probably drill your own holes in these things. That might be something you want to consider if you want to get more shelves in there. Alright, I think I'm going to give these shelves a little wipe down as well. And once again, this isn't necessarily where these are going to be. This is just where they are right now. But we are pretty much done. So I just need to clean these off a little bit. Angle there's a little high. A little better from where it will be facing, I think. I've got my webcam on my camera tripod at the moment, so it's very easy to adjust it. I was expecting a monitor to arrive today. I bought a new Philips monitor for a new PC. Admittedly, I deliberately bought a small one because I want to be able to see my my screen over the top of it. But this is very easy to adjust. In fact, I'm going to adjust it a little more again. Alright, so that's me just being fussy and messing with it, right? Okay, looks good. Put these in there. It's a very tight fit, which probably means I overdid the screws, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. But yes, this is the home stretch. I do like the look of these. I would need, if I wanted to just have these shelves, like just these shelves in the game room, I would need, I want to say at least 3 times this many. I've got 4 here. We made 4 on the stream. I think I would need 12 by the looks of it. But I do have a lot of CD towers and other shelves coming from the old place. Not to mention that these aren't exactly the shelves I want to use for games because I want more high capacity ones. So these are just going to also be in the game room, and I'm going to upgrade them as I go. I think maybe the IKEA CD shelves Although I'm wondering if if they've got cutouts on the bottom, the IKEA ones, and I'm wondering if this wood boarding is maybe not conducive for that. I'll have to see when I get my ones over. Because not only is this wood boarding thinner, but it's also taller. Now it's great to see those shelves with games on them. Hey Kims, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Just about done making the shelves. Actually, we're in the final process of putting on the last couple of shelves. It is GG on the shelves, and don't worry guys, I promise we'll be back to regular gaming content. This is not a DIY channel, but needs must because I needed to make the shelves. We'll be back to your regular scheduled programming from next week. Even if I haven't got the game room set up, I will stream some sort of video game or something like that. But no need to worry, my friends. Stuffing those shelves. Alright, we are almost final piece of the puzzle. I've got to say, I'm very happy to not be building shelves for the immediate future. My spin-off channel in the works. Alright, plus if you're a D&D fan, talking about spin-off channels, you know, I'm not putting the D&D stuff on a spin-off channel, it's staying on the regular channel. Hey video game lover, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. If you're a fan of D&D content, it is gaming content, it is roleplay gaming content. There is more D&D coming to the channel. A new campaign, in fact, as well, coming soon, DM'd by the Jonan Monkey. Follow on from the Curse of Strahd campaign. That's going to be coming as well. We're 2 episodes into that one. The first one is half edited. I want to say there's like 4 more episodes or 3 more episodes. I don't actually remember, but they've all been edited for my campaign, The Lost Mine. So that's, Hype. Jonah's campaign is an entirely original one as well. So props to Jonah for that. It's very exciting and very good stuff. And I'll give you a spoiler. I'm playing a new character. I say spoiler because I had the character name on my name plate on Roll20, so it's kind of spoiled to begin with, unless I decide to edit and cover that up until the point, which I might do, but I'm probably, I've already spoiled it now. Anyway, there is your game room spoiler, my friends. This is 4 gaming shelves out of however many we're going to have in the game room. That's right. And so that is complete. I have a new computer coming, hopefully. New monitor was on the way. I'm not sure when that's going to arrive. But definitely the game room is coming along. I'm going to be putting shelves on these probably shortly after the stream, to be fair. I will be relocating these probably just up where the camera is now, or still on the same wall, but just moving them up. And then I also need to, I think I'm getting the shelves in, my old game shelves in, hopefully, Wednesday, I hope. Some of them I might get in before that, depending if I can get the time off work to take them in. So I have a couple more game shelves to bring in for the game room, and with that in mind, it should be a lot more complete. I think the CD tower shelves I can probably easily fit in the car, and I really haven't decided what's going on what shelf yet. I haven't decided at all where the shelves are going. I've already changed my mind about where the sofa and screens are going. I also need to get the sofa in as well. That's quite important, or I have nothing to sit on. So there's that, for sure. But by hook or by crook, my friends, by some means or another, I will for sure be streaming some gaming content and not myself putting games into boxes, and not myself putting games onto shelves, and not myself building shelves. We will be doing regular gaming content on this gaming channel once again from next week. I think the lighting is okay in this game room as it is. I'm actually just under a light bulb right now, which is probably why it's unbelievably bright. I brought my lamp in as well. I will see when I get the new setup sorted out how much light I need for the game room. I probably will be fine with what I have. The echo in the game room, once I get the shelves in, should be a little less. I am hoping my new computer will be able to sort out the sound problems I've been having with this computer, and that's definitely something I'm looking to get, hopefully, from next week onwards. We shall see. Definitely will be setting that up as well. But yes, my friends, new game room, 4 new shelves made. I'm going to be putting stuff on them. Definitely probably PS2 or something will be on one of these. I believe I have somewhere in the round of enough PS2 shelves to fill one of these entirely. And then I'm not sure how it's going to be like PS3, PS4, and then maybe Xbox 360 on one of these. And then I'll figure out exactly what I'm doing after that. But my friends, it's been awesome to hang out with you guys. I'm glad, even if it was a very different type of stream entirely, that I still got a stream in with you guys. And oh my goodness, we got the shelves made, and for sure there will be regular gaming content once again, I assure you, coming up very soon. So can't wait to see the complete room for sure. It is coming along, although admittedly, as you might be able to still hear the echo, it is fairly barren. There's an entire wall on this side that has nothing on it. There's half a wall on this side that has nothing on it. And there's the portion by the window, which is probably where I'm going to put my consoles, that has nothing on it as well. So we will be fixing up the game room. We will be filling up the game room, and yes, we will be good to go. So it just remains for me to say, my friends, look forward to tomorrow for some actual gaming content. My regular video game pickups will be posted tomorrow. That will include gameplay footage for every single game picked up. I will be uploading that when I get back from work, and then, or between moving stuff over as well, because I will most likely, almost certainly be moving stuff over as well, as I may be for later tonight as well, hence the earlier start time on this stream. For sure. So video game pickups coming tomorrow, and then of course if you are a Patreon supporter or YouTube channel member, you will also see a exclusive Let's Play, which will be I believe Contra, and that's just a thank you from me to you for you guys supporting. Once again, thank you guys for watching, for checking out the channel, and I really appreciate it, my friends, you hanging around and hanging out with me and checking out the stream even when I'm doing this kind of content as well. It warms my heart to know that you guys want to hang out with me, even when I'm doing bizarre things like making shelves like this. Have no fear. I will be back to doing regular gaming content, definitely. Some means or another. I have, I've already started to move over some of the tangled mess of cables, which have become another tangled mess of cables that I really need to sort out in one corner of the room. But once that is done, we will be ready to go, and I will definitely have at least one console or something set up to stream with. And I got the new CRT TV. It's a Philips one. Pretty happy about that. Got a Philips monitor coming for my new PC. Looking to get that new PC as well. Hopefully that will happen as well. So you get better sound quality and a better gaming space as well going forward. So my friends, once again, from myself, from my heart, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like or a comment to let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I do all kinds of stuff, including actual gaming content. And if you'd like to, you can also support me through Patreon or YouTube channel membership. There are bonuses like I have mentioned before. And it just remains me to say, once again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I have been MVL, and I will catch you next time.